Planet Dolan.
From pleasuring oneself to a cartoon to jamming Doritos in one's eyes, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the craziest things you've seen your boyfriend do. I'm Doopy, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by aliendingo. When Princess Proton went to her now ex-boyfriend's house, she ordered a pizza for them to share. Once the pizza arrived, she went to the front door to pay for it. Upon coming back down the stairs, since she and her ex-boyfriend, Spinal Palm, had been hanging out in the basement, she found him on the couch. He was masturbating to the TV show My Little Pony. When Spinal Palm saw Princess Proton standing in the doorway, watching him, he said,
"I swear I was thinking of you when I was masturbating to it."
Even though she thought, what the fuck? She stayed with him until he broke up with her around Christmas. Later, she found out that he cheated on her with another woman. Number 9 was submitted by MadamFoogie. The strangest thing Gooby ever saw her boyfriend, Dolan, do was on her birthday. He didn't have enough money for a gift, so Gooby suggested some kinky boudoir play instead. Dolan knew that Gooby was a little into sadism, but didn't know what would turn her on. So, after some foreplay, Dolan told her to close her eyes for her present. Gooby heard a lighter click, then there was a terrible smell. Curious, Gooby peeked and saw that Dolan had soaked his pubic hair in lighter fluid and set it on fire. There was pure terror in his eyes, but he still mustered the courage to say,
"Well, blow out your candle, baby. Happy birthday!"
They put out the flames before he got hurt and never did anything like that again. Number 8 was submitted by MelonMayor. Andy dated a guy, Adam, for a while after meeting him through friends. It started normal, but after a month of the typical cute couple stuff, Andy noticed that Adam had a weird addiction to cats. It got to the point where a few of their dates were just trips to the Humane Society. One night, when they were walking home from dinner, they came across a dead cat on the side of the road. The cat was clearly too far gone to help, but Adam insisted on taking it home to help it. Despite Andy pointing out that it was already dead, Adam picked it up and wrapped it in his coat. She kept some distance between herself and Adam's new feline friend for the rest of the walk home. They stopped dating soon after. Number 7 was submitted by BluddyMess. One day, while Froggy was on Skype with her boyfriend and a few other friends, they got into a fun conversation about their favorite show, Gravity Falls. Out of all of them, Froggy's boyfriend was the biggest fan. At the time, he was relaxing at the computer with a bag of spicy Doritos. They were discussing the nature of Bill Cipher's mouth-like eye when Froggy's boyfriend blurted out, "What's it like to eat with your eye?" Before anyone could say anything, he shoved a spicy Dorito right into his eye as if his eyelids were lips. Needless to say, his eye turned dark pink and watery while he was moaning in pain. It was a moment that made Froggy and her friends roll their eyes. As soon as the burning in his eye went away, he said he was going to give it another try. Everyone told him not to, and he obeyed. Froggy and her boyfriend are still together to this day, even though he continues to do dumb things. Number 6 was submitted by IndiaSand. Back when Ramona was dating her boyfriend, she had to go to her room to change. When she entered, she saw her boyfriend watching the Discovery Channel with his dick hanging out and holding a pair of her panties. He whispered, "That animal is the fastest? Lies, my dick is." He went on to say, "I gotta fuck that bitch." Ramona asked him what the fuck he was doing. All he said was that he was getting the condoms ready. It turned out that he was planning on breaking up with her by jizzing on her bed and stealing her panties. Number 5 was submitted by Armored Moon. A few years back, Pandora and her boyfriend left the Halloween store with some decorations for a party she was throwing. Her boyfriend bought a really creepy Bloody Grim Reaper mask and a toy that looked like a realistic, blood-covered machete. They decided to go to McDonald's before catching the light rail home. While eating, a man came into the restaurant with a gun and yelled for everyone to get down, and for the cashier and the managers to empty the registers and safe. Just when she was about to tell her boyfriend that they should leave, she saw him calmly putting his new mask on and then grabbing the fake machete. He stood up and walked over to the robber, pointing the toy right at him. Pandora's boyfriend said that he was going to rob the place first and didn't like it when punks invaded his territory and threatened to hack the robber up because of it. At first, Pandora thought the robber was going to shoot him, but instead put his hands up and started to cry. The gun ended up being a plastic airsoft toy. Her boyfriend started laughing and said that his machete was a toy too. And then a bunch of other people tackled the robber and called the cops. Pandora yelled at her boyfriend for doing something so dumb. Number 4 was submitted by CakeyFakey. One time, after Snoopy had an intense argument with her boyfriend, he shouted, "I wish I was gay!" For a while, they stared blankly at one another, since his outburst had nothing to do with their argument. It was only later that Snoopy found out that her boyfriend did something even crazier. He posed as her on various social media sites, wanting to add another girl to the relationship. Number 3 was submitted by DrDonutz. Spincess and her boyfriend, Tolop, were getting ice cream at the local park one day. All of a sudden, a bird pooped on Tolop's head. He chased after the bird, screaming, "Stupid bird, I'll poop on you!" Everyone was filming it, and even a few kids joined in the chase. Tolop climbed over the fence, and Spincess didn't see him for 2 days. She saw him again walking down the sidewalk near her house. He was covered in feathers and bird poop. Tolop also had brown stains on the back of his pants. After seeing that, Spincess assumed that he got his revenge. Number 2 was submitted by Monkeybreath 20. One time, when she was 14, Mimi had her boyfriend over for a visit. He ended up staying for dinner, and her brother made some chicken breasts. When dinner was ready, Mimi and her boyfriend went to the table. As soon as the chicken breasts were served, she quickly realized that the chicken was still raw. Her boyfriend, on the other hand, didn't care and gobbled it up. He even reached over and ate Mimi's. She was surprised he didn't end up getting salmonella. Number 1 was submitted by me. Okay, this isn't super crazy, but it's still pretty crazy. I was laying in bed one time, and I turned around, and I swear, I saw my boyfriend chewing off his toenails. Instead of clipping them or peeling them off with his fingers, he was chewing them off with his mouth. I was shooketh, and to this day, he still hates when I bring it up because apparently it really embarrassed him when I called him out for it. And now millions of people know. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the silliest lie you ever got away with? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.